Hello and welcome everyone to Rizz Talks. I'm your host, Rizz. Rizz was the Oxford Word of the Year 2023. It's an internet slang term for charisma, the ability to attract other people's attention and make them like you. I'm thrilled to have you here for the very first episode as we embark on a journey together to explore some of the most pressing questions about who we are, where we're headed, and what it truly means to be human. Our motto is to think again about our views in the light of facts, statistics, and true history. Not take for granted what has been told. There are more sides to every story. Let's challenge the way we see the world and ourselves. It's time to pause, reflect, and ask, how has our history, both personal and collective, shaped our beliefs, our biases, and our choices? Do the things we hold to be true even matter in the grand scheme of humanity? We cannot rely on uninspiring politicians, big businesses, or fake media anymore. It's time to collaborate for the common good of this planet that we live in. Today's episode is titled Being Human. We will be talking about facts and base everything on facts. The fact is, in our recent history, tens of millions died by natural disasters like tsunamis, earthquakes, floods, hurricanes. But hundreds of millions, almost tenfold, almost a billion deaths have been caused by wars, genocide, slave trade, holocaust, colonization, pandemics, and man-made plagues, etc. Just over 100 million died in the Second and First World War in the last century. Look, World War III is not an option, but seems inevitable if we don't change our ways. So what is humanity? Let's talk about defining humanity. It's a question that might sound paradoxical at first, but when you really stop to think about it, it cuts to the core of much of what's happening in our world today. First, let's define humanity. The dictionary says it's the quality of being humane, compassionate, sympathetic. Sounds great, right? But then you scroll through Twitter for 5 minutes, and it suddenly feels like the dictionary is gaslighting us. So when you look at the state of the world and wonder, how did we get here? With the wars, discriminations, conflicts, exploitation, division seem to dominate the headlines. And yet we call ourselves the most advanced species on the planet. We've done good. We've built civilizations, created art, explored the cosmos, unlocked the secrets of the universe. But somewhere along the way, we seem to have lost sight of something fundamental, our humanity. So, being human, is it just our intelligence, our ability to reason, our capacity for love and compassion? Or is it something deeper, something that connects us all? And if so, why does it feel like we've forgotten that connection? Why is it that we lack humanity? Why are we like this? Look, the psychologists say it's a mix of greed, fear, tribalism, and good old selfishness. Did you know that humans evolved to distrust outsiders? Kind of an island mentality. Technology these days doesn't help. Studies show that screen time reduces empathy. When was the last time you saw a heartfelt apology in the comment section? Yeah, me neither. In this podcast, we explore how our heredity, the traits we inherit from our ancestors, and our environment, the world we grow up in, shapes our view of life, of others, and of ourselves. Are we simply products of our genes and circumstances, or do we have the power to rise above them? Does it even matter if we are right or wrong in how we see the world? Or is it more about what we do with that perspective? Rumi, the philosopher, said, "The world exists as you perceive it. It is not what you see, but how you see it. It is not what you hear, but how you hear it. It is not what you feel, but how you feel it." Look, we all came into this world without any biases, but learned them from our surroundings and experiences. Everyone, including me, is seeing the world through different colored glasses. The color reflects our origins and how much we absorb local biases and prejudices. So can we do better? That is the big question. The twist is there, but we're not doomed. History shows humans can rise above their flaws, from Gandhi to Edhi to Mother Teresa, and countless other examples of people who embodied humanity at its best. That's why we remember them. But this isn't just a philosophical discussion that we're having. It's a call to action. Because if you want to leave a better world for future generations, we need to start by asking ourselves some hard questions. What kind of legacy are we creating? Are we building a world that values kindness, empathy, and cooperation, or one that thrives in division, greed, and exploitation? I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture Earth as seen from space, a beautiful, fragile blue dot floating in the vastness of the universe. The borders disappear, differences fade, but now you zoom into your continent, your country, your city, your suburb, and your home. Down here on the ground is so often divided by race, religion, politics, and power. It's almost ironic, isn't it? Even animals in their own way seem to live more harmoniously than we do. They don't need passports to cross borders. They don't wage wars over ideology or exploit their own kind for profit. They generally don't kill for beliefs or pleasure. So why do we? This isn't about guilt or shame, it's about awareness. It's about recognizing that we have the power to change not just as a species, but as individuals. Each of us has a role to play in shaping the future, and it starts with asking ourselves, what can I do to make the world a better place? Let's not wait for others. And most importantly, we'll talk about hope because despite all the challenges we face, I truly believe that we have the capacity collectively to be better, to be the kind of humans that our children will look back on with pride, not regret. So as we begin this journey together, I want you to consider what if humankind chose to be kind humans? In following podcasts, we'll explore these ideas in more depth. We'll follow facts and statistics, hear from experts, thinkers, and everyday people who are making a difference. We'll talk about whatever impacts us. No subject is off the table. Finance, technology, culture. We will review real-world history to establish how we arrived here, examining how things molded our perspective and whether they serve us or limit us. More importantly, we explore what each of us can do to create a better future. We are now aiming for world peace, world without wars and famines, no refugees, no poverty. A fair world leading to end of refugees, living together in harmony, joining nations and continents, but developing unity instead of differentiation in humanity, dividing them. Thank you again for joining me on this first episode of Rizz Talks. Let's start the conversation because the future isn't just something that's happening to us, it's something we're creating together. Let's think again, as everything in this university is created in our minds before taking shape, whether it is a small object or a grand structure. Together, we can build a better world. The choices we make today can shape tomorrow. And in conclusion, we are humans, we lack humanity sometimes, but the good news is we always choose kindness. That's the beauty of being human, flaws and all. Confucius once said, "He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger." To close, look, life didn't come with a manual, but history sure left us some notes. Some of them questionable. It's time to rethink what we know, unlearn what doesn't serve us, and figure out how to make this world better, not just for us, but for the generations rolling their eyes at us from the future. This is Rizz Talks. Let's make being human cool again. It's now time to act, so please share the message with others. Think again, challenge ideas, join the conversation, and subscribe. Next episodes include subjects like bizarre billionaires and their habits, life with AI in the future, ending poverty once for all, highway to happiness, no big banks, is democracy dead, etc., etc. So, be curious, be kind, and come back for more. Thank you.